Hello, happy Friday, Facebook friends and family. It's Roberta, sitting in my backyard. One of our beautiful friends, Alma, did a live post today at the beach in Hawaii. And I'm supposed to be going. We were supposed to go in April, but I haven't been able to go yet because of the COVID-19 situation. But I'll be going soon. But in the meantime, I went ahead and put up my painting of the wave that I did for one of the classes that I taught for another friend's wine and design shop. Anyway, happy Friday. I'm coming to you live just partly because I needed to. Sometimes when we're afraid to do something, that's the best time to do it. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've kind of been out of communication for almost a whole week. There's been a lot of things going on my side of the world. And it's funny because when you try to step out of your comfort zone, when you try to step into your bigger and higher self, everything that, every belief, everything that would confront you, that holds you back will show up. And that's exactly what's been happening this week, ever since Saturday, Sunday, and especially Monday on. And so I kind of started to shut down and started to question, like, what am I doing? You know, why am I trying to step out of my comfort zone? I'm very comfortable doing what I do, which is basically just taking care of my brother, handling our dance team, you know, being a mom, being a wife. And yet at the same time, I also know that there are times where I feel like I'm meant to do something bigger. So as I've been stepping down that path of answering the call that I'm being called to, everything that there's so many things that have come up that have caused me to re-question my identity, re-question the things that I'm looking to break free from, that I'm so attached to, and it made me so emotional, scared, literally like paralyzed, to the point where I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to, hey Marcos, hi, how are you? I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to do anything. And then I started questioning, you know, I'm being called to share my story, to hopefully be an inspiration and give hope to anyone else that's going through what I've gone through, where you've just lost your sense of self, your sense of power, and the fear has overtaken you. You've lost your voice. And I've been on this journey of healing this for many years now. And, but I've thankfully in my journey have found different breakthroughs, different areas that have helped me. And I've wanted to share that with people because I know what it feels like to feel so much in despair. And I've also been blessed to know what it feels like to feel that freedom, that joy, that release, that sense of self, that self-love. And so I've really been compelled to share that because I want others to feel that, to know that that's there for them, to find their, as they say, it sounds so cliche, but to say that, to find their personal power. But at the same time, I started getting confronted. And when I was going through this, I didn't want to reach out or share because I was feeling like I had to, again, I was falling to that space of I have to appear perfect. How can I show people or teach people when I don't even have my own shit together? Sorry for the words, but I'm trying to be real. So I finally found the strength and courage to reach out to my beautiful tribe of ladies that support me and I'm working with, collaborating with, and masterminding with as we each embark and build our businesses and walk the path of life that we're meant to walk, as we develop into our higher purpose and soul's calling. And they just reminded me that it's okay. We're gonna, along our journey, and you think I'd remember this, but we all forget, and I forgot. But along our journey, there are going to be times where, things are going to be going great. We're going to feel on top of the world. We're going to feel totally in control. We're going to feel like we're in the flow. And then again, we're still growing. So then once we've gotten to that point, then the next area of healing will start to come up, and we'll start to get confronted with different things. And my cousin, I always tell her that I'll never forget the words that she tells me, and again, when you're going through it, everything that you've learned goes out the window, it seems like. And then slowly, as you start to make your way, then you start to remember what you've been told, what you've learned, and then you start to find the strength again to tap into those tools and start using them again when you're ready. But my cousin Carmen would always tell me that when the shit starts to come up and bubbles to the surface, it's because you're ready to start to let it go. And so many times that has helped me to get through in this past year or so, to get through a lot of my moments of overwhelm. And so yet again, here I am tapping into that to remember that this is actually perfect. Everything that's been coming up this past week around letting go, around changes in how my life has been, the things that I'm so attached to, that are starting to slowly fall away or being pulled away from me. Yeah, it's just a reminder that everything is perfect, and it's meant to come up because I'm now in the space where I'm ready to start dealing with it, processing it, healing it. So I just wanted to share that, because if there's any one of you going through anything right now, maybe you're trying to hit a goal, you've decided to go after something that you've always wanted to go after, and as soon as you started, all of a sudden everything that could go wrong went wrong. It's just a reminder. There goes my wave. It's falling over with the winds. It's just a reminder that it's perfect that those things are coming up, because that means that you've moved along in your journey, that you're now ready to start dealing with those things, to release them and to heal them. Some other tips that my ladies gave me was to journal, to remember to journal, which I have been doing. I started doing that actually yesterday. And what I've noticed is kind of interesting, because I've never been in this space before, where even though I've been feeling so down, so lost, unsure, scared, even though I've been feeling all those things, when I would journal, it was very interesting, but there was still a space inside where I still felt so grateful to be alive, and so grateful to be able to even be on this journey. So I wanted to share that because I think it's amazing. I've never had that before. And I was just talking with one of my ladies in my tribe, Gracienne, today. Hi, Gracienne. I was just sharing with her that I found that to be interesting, because I've never been in that place. I didn't know you could feel that despair, but at the same time feel that gratefulness. And she reminded me too that, those things will just come up, and to allow yourself to just move through them. That was another tip that some of the ladies in my tribe told me was, Alma, thank you to you, to have compassion for yourself. I am probably the hardest, most critical person of myself. I set very high standards. I'm not very patient. I like to get from one place to the next quickly, and then when I don't, or I'm not moving as quickly as I think as I should be going, then I start to judge myself and doubt myself. But like Alma told me, just having compassion for yourself, cutting yourself some slack, that's also important to do. And again, reaching out to your tribe of people that support you, that remind you who you are, and just trusting the process. So I wanted to share that with you again. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to say, but I knew I needed to get on live and just speak. And as my coach Lemomi said, even when we're doubting, even when we don't feel good, we still need to show up. So here I am, showing up, pushing through, feeling the fear and doing it anyway, and really just open and willing to continue to grow. I am so committed to growing and stepping into my higher self and being the conduit and the vessel and the space for any of you that are looking to heal. So it's not always going to be perfect. I'm not always going to be perfect. I'm going to make mistakes, and I just make a new decision in the next 10 seconds, and here we go. Thank you, ladies, for all the love. Oh my gosh, I love you all. So that's my message for you today. If you feel that you're struggling, reach out. Reach out to people that you know that you can trust, that are standing for your greatness, that won't judge you, that won't necessarily be in agreement and commiserate with you, but will remind you, will allow for you to express what you need to express, and then remind you and support you on your journey. So that's my message. Again, I'm not 100% feeling 100%, but I'm gonna just keep on going, and I hope that you will too. And again, reach out if you need to reach out to me or reach out to someone else. I hope and pray that you will find those people in your life that will support you and honor you, your bigger self, and that you won't lose hope, and you'll keep on going. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. All right? I love you all. Thank you so much for sharing my story. You get to see me as I grow. Here we go. I appreciate you. I love you. Happy Friday.